I got one for you today. Are you familiar with this candlestick pattern that's highlighted above me here? Well, most people I talk to are not aware of it. It's one we don't see too often, but let's understand it, shall we? So what we have here are tweezer tops and tweezer bottoms. And let me kind of explain just kind of the nuances of this pattern. And so to do that, we're going to say there's a resistance area like this, and then we got another one we'll talk about with the support area like this. All right, and that's like an important concept, is identifying that support and resistance first. But really what we have is should be, in fact, let me get a rectangle on there to kind of highlight this a little bit better. What we should see is something like a big bullish candle with very little, almost a no wick, top or bottom. Basically the bulls open the day and close the day, and they ran up to resistance, and then the next day it basically inverts itself. It comes right back down with really no wick, and it should be that it's basically the same thing. Tweezers, right? They're the same length, same look, same kind of everything except for one's bullish and one's bearish, right? And that'd be tweezer tops at resistance and kind of invert itself for that tweezer bottom at support, where that one would actually be a red candle. So we're coming down to support like this, right? Find support, it doesn't break it, bouncing off of that, coming back up with a bullish candle again. Essentially the same size, and very little wick to the top or bottom. Again, bears in complete control, bulls took it right back, reversing, changing of the guards, right? And so that's what we see here in some of these examples, where you can see, bulls ran it up, the bears took it right back down. No wick or shadow, however you want to call it, above or below. And we got a little bit here, we can see same thing, mostly big bearish candle, big bullish one, a little bit more wick than normal, but there's a picture perfect way that these would look, and then there's the real life, right? And in real life they don't always come out picture perfect. Now you'll note this is kind of similar to another pattern, like this bearish tweezers or tweezer tops are very similar to something like a dark cloud cover, but the difference on dark cloud cover is they're offset. You see that, where this one gapped up and came back down halfway through. Now if this came back down, they were side by side, then we'd essentially have the tweezers. They're both saying the same thing, kind of a reversal, a bounce off of a resistance area, and then you can get it where it's a little bit more engulfing, like the big bullish candle takes over that one in this case. But essentially the same thing. You can still see that reversal, that changing of the guards, so to speak. And this might be, more common way you see it: big bearish candle, top, then reversing back to a big bullish candle, and not a lot of wick on the top or the bottom. And so that's an example of these tweezer tops and tweezer bottoms that they're out there. So it's just good to understand they're a little bit different from the dark cloud cover, or another one would be a piercing lines. It'd be similar, but basically still looking for those reversals off resistance or off support. Thanks for joining me.